Here we are at Randwick. We're getting ready for the big race, the Randwick Guineas. It's worth $1 million and it's got a rich history.
The Group 1 Randwick Guineas, originally known as the Canterbury Guineas, was predominantly run at Canterbury over 1900 metres, before moving to Randwick in 2006, where it was reduced to 1600 metres. Since 1935, an elite group of 5 horses have won this race before going on to claim the Rosehill Guineas and Australian Derby. It's a Done Deal was the last to do it in 2013.
It's a done deal in Poitiers. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. Beat Poitiers again.
While the mighty Octagonal swept Sydney's prestigious 3-year-old Triple Crown back in 1996.
Octagonal just in front of Nothing Like a Dane, safely on the outside. Octagonal just in front as they get near home, safely lunged. Octagonal.
In 2008, Weekend Hustler completed the rare Caulfield Randwick Guineas double.
4 of them across the track, Triple Honour and Weekend Hustler. The Hustler goes up on the outside, Weekend Hustler or Triple Honour.
While in recent years, the Randwick Guineas has had high-profile winners, such as Kementari.
But it's a favourites victory. Kementari beats Parada.
And the Autumn Sun.
The Autumn Sun is lifting late. Fundamentalist in front. The Autumn Sun's really surging. The outside. Yes. Oh, what a super win.
So first run in 1935, it was known as the Canterbury Guineas and then transferred over to the Randwick Guineas, the 88th running of it. And Aft Cabin's trying to join some great names.
He is trying to join some great names. Great names, Octagonal, Done Deal and the Autumn Sun, who are all emphatic winners of this race. And he looks as cool and as calm as we want to see him. He didn't have everything go his way last time, but this is about how you want to ride him today. He's got James McDonald back aboard him. You're going to be trying to get again into the right position before you start turning into this first bend, Richo.
Well, you described it perfectly, what Zach Pert needed to do on Artorias, and it was as though he was listening to you, Lizzie, trying to, jump well, but then also take a position and then weave through. So that's the task again. 1,600 metres at Randwick. It's just so fair. Traditionally, the best horse wins, as we've seen year on year, who has not only the ability but also the stamina to survive a really fast mile. So that's what we've got coming up for the Randwick Guineas. 2 Guineas within half an hour of each other, 800 kilometres apart. It's unique, it's very Australian, but it's been going for a while. And hopefully we won't have some of the drama that we had in the Australian Guineas as we count down to the Randwick Guineas some 5 minutes away. Right here. Let's assess a few in the mounting yard, Lizzie, and I give this guy a big chance. This is my roughie in the race. He caught your eye last week.
Yes, in a track gallop. Yeah, he looked absolutely magnificent. I thought, who is that horse parading in front of me? Oh, well, no, it's a Group 1 winner of the Derby, Manzois, who was ridden on that occasion by Mickey D. He hasn't got Mickey D aboard him today, but he returns and he looks magnificent. We all know the story with Aft Cabin. He had a huge boom on him from his previous preparation. He now has returned with 1 win to his name. He didn't have the best deal of luck last time out. I think he can bounce back. I think the market suggests he can bounce back. And I do think he is parading better today, Richo. He's a lot more relaxed because we don't have that hot conditions that we were faced with. This is your on-top selection, Zoo Tiger, Brenton Avdella, John O'Shea.
Well, I thought Osipenko had a gun run on the inside where it was an advantage. I thought, and he only narrowly defeated Zoo Tiger. So even with Osipenko in the race, I was keen that Zoo Tiger, now first run at the mile, gets an opportunity to run it. But a horse that you said we should be following is Machalate, who will love the mile.
Yeah, from when you're looking at them in the yard, you always want to see a horse that's going to be peaking in its next run or its third run. And this guy, I thought, had loads of upside. He ran really well last time out in the Hobartville with improvement to come. He's gained that improvement this time around, and he's the horse that I think will be running a lot better than his price suggests.
Williamsburg, another one that really appreciates the mile as opposed to others that are a question mark. No concern at all for him. If anything, he'd like it a little tougher, a little wetter. He's had 2 runs back this preparation. He's a Dulcify winner at Randwick, track and trip. He'll run a terrific race. Ryan Maloney, Promito's second up from a spell. on what we saw first up, these blinkers would need to do a remarkable job.
Yeah, he's struggling to reach some form. He's only really sort of recaptured some of that old form winning at the end of last preparation. I think before you can solidly give him a push, he needs to be improving on what he's able to do. What do you make of this guy? He's an interesting galloper.
Yeah, he is. Look, he's third up for the preparation. I've just got him a touch below the others, but I can certainly see him running in the first 3 or 4. Hard to see him winning. Hard to see him defeating Arth Cabin and Zoo Tiger. Lindemann looks a treat, and I can certainly line him up.
Yeah, you can line him up. That was an amazing performance last time out behind, beating Kokoro. That was great sectionals that he ran. And prior to that, I actually really liked him first up into the campaign when he ran at Randwick, and Munitions was able to beat him on that occasion. Hollywood Hero, well, he finally got that maiden victory on the board last time out at Warwick Farm. The blinkers did the trick on that occasion. He continues with them on this preparation. And Cut on a Dime, the Tyler Schiller ridden galloper from the Bryce Hayes stable, is at the double figure odds, but hopefully for Tyler, he can get that Group 1 because he was so close last weekend.
Yeah, he's a promising son of So You Think. I think he can run some sort of race. It might be a little too soon for him. Ben, let's look at the market for our feature.
So Tiger at $4.20 here, Matchalate at $5, Williamsburg at $10, in from $15, Lindemann $14, Communist at $15, and then Manzois has had a sprinkling of money pretty much all week, 31 or more the rest. When we opened up after the Hobartville guys, it was $5 each of 2 Arth Cabin and Osipenko. Obviously one has come out, but even prior to that, all the support was with Arth Cabin, even with...
Some reports on the jockeys?
Yeah, so Mark Zara is going to be checked by the doctors in the club, and Ethan Brown is going to be taken to hospital, and Damien Lane is picking up his ride.
So Damien Lane goes on Smoke and Romans here in the Blamey, and Mark, who's to ride Gentleman Roy, they're checking on that, both horses okay. Katie, a thought on the Guineas?
Yeah, look, it's gonna be a great race. I'm really looking forward to seeing Arth Cabin if he can get luck in transit. I'm sure he'll be hard to beat. I think Zoo Tiger is probably the horse that I want to be on. He's going to get the best run in transit, and loved his run in the Hobartville.
I'm with Arth Cabin, Richard. I don't mind. In fact, I like the price. I think he's getting out to a decent price.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm with Zoo Tiger, and I think the best roughie in the race is already a Group 1 winner. His name is Manzois. He looks a treat. He's about to go forward and join the line. We'll be ready. $1 million up for grabs. It's the Randwick Guineas.
Over a mile. Ready to go. And they're racing. Great line out of it. Matchalate jumped well. So did Hollywood Hero on the inside. And Hollywood Hero goes to the lead from Matchalate. Then Zoo Tiger and Lindemann rolling forward. 4 wide in the early stages of the race. Communist a distant 5th. They're followed then by Cut on a Dime from Williamsburg. Arth Cabin being taken well back in the field. So Arth Cabin's going to settle 3rd last, clear from Prometo and Manzois. So Hollywood Hero, and he won his maiden last week, and he shows the way out by 2 lengths on Lindemann. Going to a clear 2nd. Matchalate well positioned 3rd on the inside of Zoo Tiger. A gap of 2 further back to Communist, followed by Cut on a Dime on the inside of Williamsburg. Then Arth Cabin with plenty of galloping space in front and behind, and a gap back to Manzois and Prometo. 800 metres to run. Hollywood Hero makes the running by a length here on Lindemann. Then came Matchalate, Zoo Tiger. They pair We're very well back to win this, and they go stride for stride in 3rd and 4th respectively. Clear from Communist, Cut on a Dime, then Williamsburg, and Arth Cabin is still back 3rd last. Coming around the turn, Hollywood Hero travelling well, out by a length and a half to Lindemann. Matchalate just been nudged along on the inside as Zoo Tiger pulls out, then Communist, Williamsburg. Arth Cabin still a long way back and in a bit of traffic at the moment. Then Lindemann moved up now to take the lead from Communist looming. Then Zoo Tiger and Arth Cabin is slicing into the clear. Communist races up. Communist hits the lead in the Randwick Guneas and is broken clear. And it's a Zach Purton Group 1 double. Communist broke away to beat Lindemann. Zoo Tiger 3rd. Arth Cabin, oh, you'd be feeling seasick there. It's run 4th every chance at the end. Further back to Williamsburg, Matchalate. Then came Manzois from Cut on a Dime, Prometo. Hollywood Hero buckled to finish last.
Well, as Darren Flindell exclaimed there, what a day we are having here with Zach Burton. The double to double, he's won both the Group 1s today. This horse is a good horse at 1,600 metres, and for Michael Friedman, this is a fantastic result.
Yeah, and his owner, Michael Konduras, he's one of our next door neighbours. He's going to be ecstatic with that. Nothing worked out for him in the Hobartville when he was left in front. It's not how you ride him. Today, the race worked out perfectly for him, and as you said, the Zach Purton rode him beautifully, and he won with authority, Richo.
Oh, what a super performance, wasn't it? Communist, whereas Half Cabin had every possible chance. Lindemann kicks back and shows that he's in great form. Zoo Tiger given a sweet ride from Brett Nevdala. He just probably didn't see the mile. I reckon he'll be back to 1,400 metres. Look at him, Lizzie. He's jogging on the outside, but he looks to his left and says, well, gee, Zach's going even better.
Absolutely incredible. Zach Purton returns for the first time since 2018 and rides a Group 1 double on horses that are double figure odds. Artorias was around the $8. This guy is at $16. That is no mean feat to be able to do that. I know he's a top jockey, but this is an incredible performance, and I'm sure a very, very happy Michael Friedman.
Mike, I'm so thrilled for you. He was enormous there. Tell us the improvement that he's made over the last couple of weeks. I think a lot of judges had him maybe a little bit further back in terms of the grade of this field, but he's put a street on them.
Yeah, look, I think the biggest difference was just probably riding him a little more conservative today. Didn't really suit going to the front the other day in the Hobartville, and I think having a set of fresh eyes on him with Zach, coming from Hong Kong, and I just said, look, I'm not going to tie you down to too many instructions, but don't be in a hurry on him. I think if you get a nice card up into the race, he's got a good turn of foot and great bunch of owners. I mean, I'm thrilled, and I wish Zach could stay here.
I was about to say, do you want to offer Zach something to come back here? I mean, he's riding so well in Hong Kong, but to ride 2 Group 1s for the family today, I think we're all pretty thrilled.
Absolutely. No, it's he's a world-class rider, and it's great to have him back, and obviously I'm wrapped with the result, but more so for as much for the people that are involved in this horse. They've been very staunch owners of mine, and he hasn't been the easiest horse so far. He's been a bit quirky, but I think he's got a big future.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Em.
I'm so happy for you.
So those famous Friedman brothers, and just looking at the honour roll of the Randwick Guineas, it's one of those rare Group 1s, Lizzie, that's avoided the famous Friedman brothers.
Well, it hasn't now, has it? And this guy, a gelding, who was able to get the best out of him, third up into the campaign, running in the Eskimo Prince, then the Hobartville, and just looking like he absolutely relished the mile. And not only that, he's a horse that, as he mentioned, has been a bit of a work in progress. That's why he was gelded, just to try and get the best out of him from his previous preparations. But still, I'm absolutely amazed to see Zach being able to come back. I know he's a world-class rider, but he wasn't on horses that were well in the market. He's not riding the favourites. He's riding horses that have needed to recapture some of their old form, and he's got the absolute best out of them. Of course, there was a little mention there from Emma. Would he come back here? Well, I'd love to know the answer to that question.
He can't afford the pay cut to come back and ride in Australia the way he rides in Hong Kong, and certainly the way their tax situation is. The amount of money that these gun jockeys are earning in Hong Kong is totally dwarfs what they can earn in Australia, believe it or not.
Oh, it's not all about money, Richo. He's got enough.
He's got stacks, but I think his wife, Nicole, for those that don't know, Zach married the great Jimmy Cassidy's daughter, Nicole, and so there is certainly racing in that family's blood, and well done to Zach Purton. That was superb. So the gelding, Lizzie, in a stallion-making race knocks off 4 basically beautifully bred colts. Oh, it can be a tough game, can't it?
That's how it is, isn't it? We saw the filly taking out the Guineas down south at Flemington, and of course we're seeing a gelding Communist take out the Guineas here. Look, there's a few horses that you can definitely follow in behind. I thought Af Cabin was solid in his performance. You mentioned about Zoo Tiger as well. Lindemann put up a really brave effort. He's only very lightly raced 9 starts, and he's got those 2 wins to his names, and certainly a strong placing was what he was looking for. I thought Matcha Latte didn't have a great deal of room. Williamsburg, he just needs a wet track to perform at his absolute optimum. But
and
of the others,
winner?
the Derby winner, yeah,
Just
he found the line quite nicely,
yeah.
didn't he? And it's interesting to see with Hollywood Hero that he was the on-pace runner, and he was the one who finished right back through the field. So I'd be fascinated to see the sectionals, but a really nice performance from Communist and a lovely win, a lovely Group 1 double. There's not many that would have been able to do that, Richo.
Yeah, that's right. So 40 career
Richo,
Group 1s now, Bruce, for the mighty Zach.
It's an incredible story, isn't it? And the ripple effects everywhere. For Russian Revolution, guys, for Russian Revolution, a first Group 1. So massive, massive result there for Newgate and Russian Revolution.
And what a day Newgate have had. So they stand Russian Revolution and they won with Artorias earlier on the day. So for the Field family, a day they will never forget. Here's Emma.
Zach, do you want to stay? Group 1 double on a massive day, and obviously self-interest too for my family is a great thrill.
Yeah, it's good for everyone, isn't it? Full credit to the horse today. I just got into a lovely spot from that gate. The race was run at a tempo that really suited my horse, and then when he moved into it with a lot of confidence, I thought I had it, but when I pressed the button, he put his head up and he thought about it. So I give him one, and on he went. It was a very good win.
Change of tactics in a Group 1 is always a little bit scary to do, but riding him a little bit quieter today obviously was the key to him, and then he showed that acceleration, that turn of foot.
Yeah, well, the way he went last time, obviously we had to change something today. If you do that again, it's not going to work right. So it wasn't scary. It was just work out what the plan is and execute it, and that's what we did.
So plans going forward, obviously you've got many big meetings ahead in Hong Kong, but you're riding so well here today. You've got to contemplate coming back for some of the big days in the Autumn Carnival.
Well, I'm not booked for anything else going forward, so I'm available.
I think that might change.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
The Zach attack, hasn't he been dominant today? And he has made the whole Friedman family very happy indeed.
And it's a Zach Purton Group 1 double. Communist broke away to beat Lindemann. Zoo Tiger third. Aft cabin, you'd be feeling seasick there. It's run fourth every chance at the end.